Hello, students. Have you ever thought how a primitive society made its way to a global world as it is today? Today, in the chapter of The Making of a Global World, we are going to see how exactly this happened. First, let's check out the pre modern world. Formally, globalization is an economic system that has emerged over a span of 50 years or so. But, as we progress in this chapter, we will see how trade, migration, people in search of work, and many more have a hand towards the globalization of the world. Human societies have steadily become more interconnected throughout history. Ancient travelers, traders, priests, and pilgrims exchanged goods, money, ideas, and diseases. By 3000 BCE, coastal trade linked the Indus Valley with West Asia. For over a millennium, cowries from the Maldives were used as currency in China and East Africa. The spread of disease-carrying germs dates back to the 7th century, becoming more evident by the 13th century. From the interconnectedness of ancient societies, we move on to the Silk Routes linking the world, which were important trade and cultural connections between distant parts of the world before modern times. Named for Chinese silk, these routes, both on land and sea, connected Asia with Europe and northern Africa. They existed before the Christian era and thrived until the 15th century. Along with silk, Chinese pottery, Indian and Southeast Asian textiles, and spices were traded, while gold and silver flowed from Europe to Asia. As goods traveled along these ancient trade routes, so did food. Let's check it out in Food Travels, Spaghetti and Potato. Food provides many examples of long-distance cultural exchange. Traders and travelers introduced new crops to the lands they visited. For instance, noodles may have traveled from China to become spaghetti in Italy, or Arab traders might have brought pasta to Sicily in the 5th century. Similar foods were also known in India and Japan, suggesting long-distance cultural contact even in ancient times. Many common foods like potatoes, tomatoes, chilies, and sweet potatoes were unknown to our ancestors until about 5 centuries ago. These foods were introduced to Europe and Asia after Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas. Many of these foods came from the original inhabitants of the Americas, the American Indians. New crops sometimes made a crucial difference. The introduction of the potato helped Europe's poor eat better and live longer. However, when a disease destroyed the potato crop in Ireland in the mid-1840s, many of the poorest peasants, who had become dependent on potatoes, died of starvation. Building on the theme of cultural and economic exchanges, we now examine how conquest, disease, and trade reshaped the world. In the 16th century, European sailors found sea routes to Asia and America, shrinking the pre-modern world. Before this, the Indian Ocean was a bustling trade hub with the Indian subcontinent at its center. European entry expanded these trade networks toward Europe. America had been isolated for millions of years, but its discovery brought vast lands, crops, and minerals into global trade. Silver from Peru and Mexico enriched Europe and financed trade with Asia. The Spanish and Portuguese began colonizing America, aided by diseases like smallpox, which devastated native populations. Now, here's a secret on how you can study effectively with the EduRev app. You can learn with chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve NCERT-based MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev. And that's not all, you also get amazing courses for Class 10 and much more for your Class 10 preparation. Thank you.